Yo, damn, what's the deal, man? I'm leaving Walmart, about to go to Hy-Vee, get a couple of steaks, and then go get my baby, go get some grub, and go home. But man, peak game, man. Well, I want to talk about, it's a few layers of what it is I want to talk about right here and now, man, because I'm actually, as much as I'm saluting it, I'm really aggravated with it. And I'm more aggravated with it than I'm saluting it, man. But I want to salute Conor Ben on being just, you know, the G that he is, and going to get, you know, to take a fight with a bigger man in a division that he's not supposed to be in. Now, I'm not saying he's jumping up to 60, but even if he jumps up to 54, if he jumps up anywhere past 147 pounds, that is to be saluted. That is to be saluted. Because Conor Ben isn't the biggest. Like, he's not no big welterweight as is. So, for him to jump up and fight the likes of Chris Eubanks Jr., that's some shit that we got to salute and, you know, give it up on him about him. Like, dope shit. But as far as Chris Eubanks Jr. is concerned, man, like, I don't even know what to say about you right now, bro. Like, with your career, when your career has went, with the amount of people that you done ran from, you trying to fight littler dudes. I don't understand how your pops can stamp that shit. I don't even understand how your pops can be in your corner. Literally, figuratively and literally be in your corner after all the shit that you do. You duck Golovkin. Brook goes up there and inadvertently gets his career derailed in 5 rounds for going up there to fight him in the first place. And then after Brook does that, you turn around and try to call him out and force him out of retirement. Like, what is it with you with not wanting to fight dudes in your division? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. After the Liam Williams fight, man, and considering how you beat him a lot better than Andre beat him with dropping him a multitude of times, how do you come to the conclusion that it's the logical thing to do for you to go and fight smaller dudes? Like, what would convince you that fighting Conor Ben is, you know, beneficial to your career? Even from the standpoint of him, you know, just people are perceiving him as the next thing in the UK. If, you know, when Joshua, you know, when he decides to hang him up, or if he loses to Usyk, I don't think he's necessarily at that level just yet. But even in the sense that he was, fam, have you no shame? He's 2 divisions below you. Like, what is you? Why won't you go fight Johnny Beck or Andre or somebody? I know you called out Charlo, you know, some time ago, but how thorough was the call out? You concerned with welterweights, dog, as a middleweight. And the fact that they're not even scared, like they're not ducking no drama with you, they're willing, you know, they're willingly and accepting the challenge. What does that say about you? Like, y'all, man, Chris Eubanks, yeah, I'll take that fade. There's people, think about how wicked this is, man. There's people that they're intentionally not putting in front of Conor Ben because they don't feel that he's ready, but they would allow him to jump up to fight you. They're not entertaining no Spence fight. They're not entertaining no Bud fight. The only reason they're entertaining a Keith Thurman fight is because they feel like he's past him. So it's a multitude of fighters in his own division that they're kind of strategically moving around until they know that he's ready to deal with them. But they're more than comfortable with him jumping up to fight you at middleweight or at a catchweight of 155 or something. Is that not that should be a red flag on you, homie? That should be a glaring red flag. Like, damn, what is you saying? Y'all duck it. You'll move him around strategically around everybody else, but you know you ain't got no issues with him coming in coming at me. Bro. How do you argue around that, homie? How do you get around that? Because I honestly don't think you can. I honestly don't think you can. That's sad, bro. That is sad. And the fact that you're even willing to you're willing to oblige it, bro. Like, it's no shame with you. It's no shame that you ain't, you're fixated on fighting welterweights. And it ain't just like it's Conor Ben, it was Kell Brook, it was Bud, it was a multitude of other ones. You cool with that. Get content with that. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, we can run that as well. Like, bro, what type of... This can't be the... This is nothing of Chris Eubanks versus Conor Ben Sr. Nah, or not Conor Ben, but Nigel Ben. This ain't none of that. This ain't none of that. Because they was two well-respected Brits in their own right, bro. You are not... They don't really give a fuck about you. And the fact that you are willing to fight welterweights, man, that I just don't understand how you don't find that offensive. Or shameful. Because in order for them to oblige... Because clearly they're not looking past their division and jumping up a whole nother division to fight you. No, they're not doing that. You're putting, you throwing that worm in the water, hoping somebody will take the bait. You cool with that, bro? I just don't get it how you can be something like that can sit well with you. Just you okay with that? Like, you good? I'll fight Kell. I'll fight Bud. I'll fight Conor Ben. Like, Jesus, dude. Just no shame, huh? Just fight welterweights, I guess. But that ain't even the kicker, man. Well, technically, that is the kicker. Like, that's definitely the kicker. But the fact that they will put this on pay-per-view, Eddie Hearn, I fuck with you, you know that, but you burnt the fuck out thinking I'm about to pay for some shit like this. Fuck no. Fuck no. I hope these rumors are false. I hope that they wouldn't dare put Conor Ben on a pay-per-view when he's not a pay-per-view attraction at this point in time. He's not that. Conor Ben is not a pay-per-view attraction. He hasn't even had a fight that would transition him into that next phase in his career, if that is the next phase in his career. When you presented the zone to us, you were talking about giving us pay-per-view worthy fights at non-pay-per-view prices. That was your whole selling point to, getting the zone out here. That was what you were talking about. And it's like you keep trying, diligently to renege on that narrative. You can get away with that with Canelo. You can do that with Canelo. Why? Because Canelo commands a certain audience, a certain amount of viewers. Oh, I'm coming to see Canelo fight. Motherfuckers don't come out to see Canelo. Motherfuckers are not coming out to see Ben right now. Not in the capacity of a Canelo. I don't even think you put this dude in, in a massive arena to the point where you could possibly hint that, yo, this might be a potential pay-per-view star. I think you've done that. And you will put this fight on pay-per-view for what? This is you won't put Anthony Joshua versus Usyk on pay-per-view, but you will put Conor Ben versus Chris Eubanks Jr. on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, dog. Conor Ben and Eubanks Jr. on pay-per-view. I can't fathom that. I can't fathom that. I can't understand for the life of me why somebody would think that that's a logical thing to do. The last thing you want to do, I mean, when people have to pay to see certain shit, that makes you resentful. of whatever it is that you're putting your money into. So if Conor Benn, like, why do I have to watch Conor Benn when he hasn't even developed himself into the fighter that we see the potential of him being? We haven't seen him in that fight that's like, yo, that's the fight right there. And Chris Algieri wasn't it. You could have got away with that with the Thurman or somebody, maybe an Adrian Broner, maybe. But to put that on pay-per-view, that's something that would have needed to be built. Chris Eubanks ain't even a worthy foe for him to be a pay-per-view attraction. Like, bro, y'all are getting out of hand with this shit, man. And I don't want to ever be like, yo, man, them niggas was right. Because everything that you do, they're gonna find a way to, clap at it about. They're gonna, oh man, you talking about pay-per-view? Why are you trying to do pay-per-views? You was the main one talking about, pay-per-view was dead. Technically, it is dead. For boxing, it is. It's resting in peace. No, it's on life support. Because with the likes of a Canelo Alvarez, you're gonna, when Canelo retires, unless they find a way to limit piracy and all that, then that thing over with. But Conor Benn, bro. Conor Benn, he is yet to have a crossover fight. I can't wrap my mind around that one, man. As smart as Eddie Hearn is, and as much of a supporter I am of Eddie Hearn, I think this is goofy. It's a goofy move for you to sit up here and do this and put this man on pay-per-view when he hasn't had a fight that says, yo, this dude is undisputedly a star. Nah, homie. Please put this shit on regular, on DAZN. Please put this on DAZN. Regular DAZN. This is not no massive event, because it's not even a massive fight. It's not even a massive fight. It's a shameful fight. It's a dope fight on behalf of Conor Benn, but it's a shameful fight on behalf of the likes of a Chris Eubanks Jr. And even then, it's just not pay-per-view worthy, because neither one of these dudes are them dudes yet. Conor Benn isn't even. I think to get to a certain, like, Conor Benn, I don't think Conor Benn is in his country with Errol Spencer's up here. I don't think that he is, because I don't think Errol Spence should be on pay-per-view. I don't think he should be on pay-per-view. I think his ass needs to be on regular cable tape, regular Showtime, regular Fox. So I don't think, I don't think people understand just the magnitude of what it means to be a pay-per-view attraction, man. Being able to sell tickets and being able to sell pay-per-views are two completely different things. A motherfucker come out and watch you fight. If you in their city, motherfucker ain't gonna necessarily come out and watch it. Because you gotta think, when you go out, you watch a motherfucker fight. All right, cool, we finna go to the fight. We finna get dressed. We finna, after the fight is over, if the fight is, if the fight is balling like that, and we gonna hit some clubs up. That's an event in itself. That's an event in itself. So you'll spend $100 on the ticket, because that one night, that's only half of the night right there. Y'all gonna take that night and more than likely turn it into some other shit. A pay-per-view, nah. You ain't turning that into no event. Unless y'all homies like that, after the pay-per-view is over, niggas is packing up and, all right, man, I'm finna head to the crib now. You can't turn that into a pay-per-view. Or not a pay-per-view, but you can't turn that into an event. So I don't know, man, what be going through these cats' heads, man. I know Eddie Hearn, you gotta know that motherfuckers is not giving a fuck about this fight like that. You have to know that. There's no way you cannot know that. You have to know, like, yo, man, ain't nobody coming out to see Conor Benn versus Chris Eubanks Jr. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Not to that magnitude where you would sell it to us. Where you would put that shit behind a paywall and be like, oh, yeah, we finna come out of pocket and pay for this. I'm not. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not coming out of pocket to see Chris Eubanks Jr. versus motherfucking Conor Benn. I might come out of pocket to see Canelo versus Golovkin. I just might do that. I just might do that. I'm strongly considering it. Because that's a worthy fight. That's a rivalry right there. And Canelo was just the face of the sport and one of my personal favorite fighters. I might come out of pocket to watch that. That. Not Conor Benn versus Chris Eubanks Jr. That is an absolute no-go. That is a hell to the fuck no. If that's on the pay-per-view. Like I said, I'm hoping the rumors are false. And this is just niggas, you know, more Eddie Hearn detractors, you know, finding a reason to clap at him. I really hope that that's the case. I really hope that that's the case. But I did see something about pay-per-view, and I'm tweaked off that. That ain't happening, not with me. But nonetheless, I dig Conor Benn for taking this fight. I don't know, man. It seems to be something about them British motherfuckers. They don't be scared. They ain't no scary niggas. Kell Brook and Conor Benn was like, man, I'm with all that. I'm with all that. So I salute them. I salute them. I salute them. Chris Eubanks Jr., I'm literally shaking my head at, like, bro, where do you go from here? Especially if you lose. Especially if you lose. You fought Billy Joe Saunders. You got in there with Matvey Korobov, and that fight went 2 rounds because he injured himself, and you just ain't really give a fuck about making a splash in the division after that. You just said, yo, fuck it. I'll fight Charlo. All right, cool. He ain't beat that drum that too hard. You know, that hard. You tried diligently to get Kell Brook to come out of retirement. You tried to, you know, you was clapping at Bud, and now you got a fight. You have an actual fight with Conor Benn, bro. Like, that shit that's pathetic. I don't know what it is with you middleweights, man. Even Jamal talking about, yo, I'll come down to 154 and fight Bud. When you got all them wolves in your division. That is sad. That's sad. Man. Man. Yeah, man. Dudes need to really just get their life, man. Get y'all career. Fuck your life. Get your career. Get your career, because with who your pops is and who Jamal Charlo's brother is, y'all shouldn't be moving the way that y'all are moving. Y'all gotta, man, dude, conduct your career with a sense of pride, bro. This is not prideful. This is shameful. Y'all are middleweights trying to fight welterweights, dog. Middleweights trying to fight welterweights. And we clapped at Canelo for fighting Amir Khan. As we should have. But this shit you niggas is doing, yikes, man. I'm outie.